Sign up for free Stratfor Intelligence. Simply enter your email address to receive 2 free reports each week.
Caucasus Militant leader Doku Umarov released a statement February 7th in which he claimed responsibility for the January 24th attack on Domodedovo airport in Moscow. This video is preceded by an earlier video on February 4th, which also featured Doku Umarov and 2 other men. Doku Umarov in that video claimed that one of the men he was with was the suicide bomber that carried out the operation on January 24th. While these claims certainly do add a new wrinkle to the Russian investigation into the suicide bombing, it doesn't necessarily provide any conclusive evidence as far as who carried out this attack. The attack that Doku Umarov claimed responsibility for happened on January 24th when a suicide bomber detonated a vest in the arrivals hall in Domodedovo airport in Moscow, killing over 30 people. On February 4th, about 2 weeks after the attack in Moscow, Doku Umarov was featured in a video in which he was seen with 2 other men, one of which he said was being prepared for a special mission in Moscow. Then on February 6th, Russian investigators came out and said that they believed the man who carried out the attack in Domodedovo airport was from Ingushetia. Finally, on February 7th, another video featuring Doku Umarov came out, this time him by himself, in which he fairly explicitly claimed responsibility for the attack on January 24th. Doku Umarov has an interest in attaching himself to this attack on January 24th. First of all, the attack was fairly successful. It did kill a number of foreigners and Russians in one of Moscow's larger airports. Doku Umarov has been weakened considerably since his August 2010 fallout with other militant leaders from the Caucasus. Russian authorities dealt a fairly large blow to Doku Umarov when they caused basically a split within his organization, the Caucasus Emirate. Umarov has a lot to prove to the public. He wants to show that the August 2010 fallout didn't completely incapacitate him. And if he can prove that he actually was the one who ordered the January 24th attack, it would be a pretty strong indication that he wasn't as weak as we thought he was. However, at Stratfor, we're pretty skeptical of this video. We're not convinced that it necessarily proves that Doku Umarov did order the January 24th attack, even though he claims it. First of all, Doku Umarov isn't really known to work with militants from Ingushetia. He himself has more frequently in the past worked with militants from Chechnya and Dagestan. He doesn't necessarily have as close of links to Ingushetia. So the fact that the prime suspect in the January 24th bombing is Ingushetian leads us to be kind of skeptical of the connections between Doku Umarov and the bomber. Additionally, Umarov has made false claims before. Back in 2009, he claimed responsibility for an explosion at a dam in Russia. However, we later learned that the explosion was due to mechanical failure and not terrorist activity. So Umarov does have a reputation for making false claims, so we have to be pretty skeptical in this claim. Stratfor's current assessment of the militant threat from the Northern Caucasus in Russia is that they have split and that individually each district poses a threat. But without Doku Umarov as its head, they don't have the ability to coordinate these resources and pose a significant threat to Moscow. But the revelation of this latest video means that Stratfor is going to have to take a closer look at Umarov and the role he plays in the militant structure in the Northern Caucasus.